Hello children, welcome to my English class. In our last period we have studied about Biju Patnaik and his Dakotas SCP-1, and now we are going to study about SCP-2 of this lesson, Biju Patnaik and his Dakotas. Dear students, let's have a recapitulation. Just recall what we have studied in our last period. See, what do you see in this picture? Yes, this picture. What do you see here? A plane and our Biju Babu, Biju Patnaik. Yes, he is with his Dakota. And here is an airbase. And in our last class, we have studied that from Panagarh, Biju Patnaik was able to repair a Dakota and got it and brought it to Bhubaneswar Flying Club. Do you recall it? Yes, he did that daredevil task with his dearest Dakota. And now it's time to study SCP-2. Paragraph 3. Many of Biju's adventures in air were in fact with his Dakotas only. He, with his Dakotas that he got from Panagarh, flew to Indonesia and brought back the Indonesian leaders when the Dutch planes were flying around to shoot his aircraft down. During the war in Kashmir with Pakistan, he also supplied necessary things to Indian soldiers with his Dakota. Next, for his contribution to Indonesian independence, the government of Indonesia has honored him with the title of Bhumiputra, that means the son of the soil, and one of his Dakotas is kept in Indonesia in the memory of Biju even today. Paragraph 4. This is what Biju Patnaik himself told about one of his daredevil experiences with his Dakotas to Mr. Dhir, who did researches on Biju and his Dakotas. Paragraph 5. One day, Biju was inside the cockpit of one of his Dakotas and was about to fly off. A ground staff rushed to him and said, "Sir, something is leaking from the aircraft." Biju did not bother to get down and was still in the cockpit. He ordered the ground staff, "Get me some of the leaking thing." The ground staff brought some. Biju tasted the liquid and took off. Probably Biju must have consulted his Dakota in this regard. At the time, as he considered them as living beings, and his Dakota must have told him, "Nothing, let's go." Okay, dear students, let's comprehend the text better by reading the lines in SCP-2. Paragraph 3. Many of Biju's adventures in air were in fact with his Dakotas. He, with his Dakota that he got from Panagarh, flew to Indonesia and brought back the Indonesian leaders when the Dutch planes were flying around to shoot his aircraft down. At that time, Indonesia wanted to become free from Dutch rule, and Indonesian leaders, they wanted to come to India. And in this regard, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru ordered Biju Patnaik to rescue the Indonesian leaders. So Biju Patnaik agreed. He got his Dakota, which he had brought from Panagarh Air Base, and flew off to Indonesia. He rescued many leaders, including Sahariar, the then Prime Minister, and Muhammad Hatta, the Vice President, and many other Indonesian leaders in his Dakota, and came back safe to India. Here, one daredevil thing was there, and another, during the war in Kashmir with Pakistan, he also supplied necessary things. India got to fight against Pakistan after the independence, and at that time, Biju, the daredevil, the risk taker, took the challenge and supplied the necessary things to Indian soldiers on this border with his Dakota only. He brought every sort of facilities for the soldiers. For his contribution to Indonesian independence, the government of Indonesia has honored him with the title of Bhumiputra, the son of the soil, or the great son of the soil. And one of his Dakotas is kept in Indonesia in the memory of Biju even today. Paragraph 4. This is what Biju Patnaik himself told about one of his daredevil experiences with his Dakotas to Mr. Viii, who did researches on Biju and his Dakotas. He's a great man, and he did research on Biju and his Dakotas, and Biju once told about his daredevil experiences to Mr. Viii. What did he say? Let's learn. Paragraph 5. One day, Biju was inside the cockpit of one of his Dakotas and was about to fly off. A ground staff rushed to him and said, "Sir, something is leaking from the aircraft." Biju did not bother to get down. He did not bother to get down. He did not get down. Just he asked the ground staff to collect some leaking thing, and Biju was still in the cockpit. He ordered the ground staff, "Get me some of the leaking thing," he asked, and the ground staff brought some leaking thing. Some stand for some leaking thing. Biju tested the liquid and took off. He did not bother of the leaking aircraft. Probably Biju must have consulted his Dakota in this regard at the time, as he considered them as living beings. It's the very sensitive thing. How can a person consider a non-living object as living being? But Biju had the capability and Biju had the quality. He just loved his Dakota so much that he considered him as living beings, and many of his friends thought that he might have talked to his Dakotas. So that in this way, And his Dakota must have told him, nothing, let's go. So Biju did not bother and took off. Okay, dear students, let's comprehend the text better by answering the questions. First, question 1. What are these paragraphs about? Can you recall? Yes, these paragraphs are about the bravery and daredevil works of Biju Patnaik. Question number 2. What did Indonesian government honor Biju with? The Indonesian government honored Biju with the award Bhumiputra, or the son of the soil. Okay, dear students, question number 3. How was he able to help Indian soldiers? Yes, the fight when India fought against Pakistan in Kashmir, he supplied the necessary things to Indian soldiers. Okay, dear students, question number 4. Who did Biju bring back from Indonesia? We have already discussed that he brought the Indonesian leaders to India. Question number 5. What chief things did he do? Whatever we have studied, he established Bhubaneswar Flying Club, got a Dakota for the club from Panagarh Air Base, he rescued Indonesian leaders, and he helped Indian soldiers. Okay, students? Okay, students, Question number 6. How did he help Indonesian independence? Yes, Indonesian independence was supported by Biju because Indonesian leaders were in trouble. They were under Dutch rule and they wanted to be free. And at that time, Biju rescued the Indonesian leaders and brought them to India. Question number 7. How was Biju Patnaik honored by Indonesian government? Indonesian government honored Biju with the award Bhumiputra, or the son of the soil. Okay, next, question number 8. Who did Biju tell one of his daredevil experiences? It has already been mentioned in paragraph 4. He told one of his daredevil experiences to Mr. Viii, who did researches on Biju and his Dakotas. And question number 9. Why did the writer think that Biju must have consulted his Dakota? In paragraph 5, it has been mentioned. And when some fluid was leaking from the aircraft and the ground staff informed Biju about that, Biju did not bother because he treated his Dakotas as living beings. He considered them as living beings. Okay, let's match the columns. Here, paragraph 5, paragraph 4, paragraph 3. Here, Biju narrates his own experiences to Mr. Viii, Biju's contribution to Indonesia, Biju's consideration of Dakota as living being, and these texts have been described in these paras. Let's relate them. Biju narrates his own experience to Mr. Dhir. It's in paragraph. Can you say? Yes, it is in paragraph 4. Number 2, Biju's contribution to Indonesia. It has been described in paragraph 3. Can you recall? Yes, the last one, Biju's consideration of his Dakota as living being. It has been described in last paragraph, that means paragraph 5. Okay, dear students. Let's learn some vocabulary. Here, two words are given in every number. Here, you see, one is risk or risk take. Risk is a dangerous work or task. It's a naming word, and take is an action word. When we join them, we get a new word. Risk taker means a person who takes risks. Now, in this way, can you join them? It's a Jew, it's a place, name of a place, and keep. Can you join these words and get a new word? Oh yes, it is zookeeper, a person who keeps animals at zoo. Number 2, bread, make. Bread and eatable. It is an eatable. Make is an action word. Join them. Can you say yes? Bread maker. A person who makes bread or loaves of bread. Okay. Number 3, engine, drive. And the new word is engine driver, a person who drives an engine. Last one, rice, eat. That means rice eater, a person who eats rice. Okay, do you understand? Yes. Now, choose a suitable word from the words given the bracket that follows. Here, question number 1, a person who has bravery is a dash person. Which word will be very suitable? Yes, it is brave. A person who has bravery is a brave person. Similarly, let's go to number 2, an event which lasts long in our memory is a dash event, memorial or memory or memorable. Yes, it's a memorable event. Question number 3, a journey full of adventure is called an what journey? Advent or adventure or adventurous? Yes, it's adventurous. And last one, a thing which is full of wonder is a wonderful thing. Yes, this one. Okay, dear students, next. Dear students, our next activity is fill in the blanks using the correct forms of the word given. After every blank, one word is given. We need to write the correct form. That means whether it is to be used the noun form or we need to use the verb form. Just mind it, the teacher dashed the students to reach at the meet on time. It is noun or verb. How can we use it? Here see, here subject is there, verb is not there. We need to use the verb one. The teacher ordered. But here we need to write order, but the teacher's dash was worked out. That means already verb is here. So we need to write the noun word. Okay? Okay, dear students. Number 2. A mango. A mango tastes good. We need to write the verb form. But here, verb is here. That means the taste here we need to write the noun form. The taste of mango is very good. Yes? Number 3. Biju dash troubles and hardship at Panagarh. Biju experienced. And now, number 2, Biju's experience with his Dakotas in air made him a popular aviator. And let's move question number 4. A rainbow is compared to a bridge. As it bridges the earth to the heaven. Here the verb form is used and here the noun form is used because rainbow is compared to a bridge and as the rainbow bridges the earth to heaven. Okay? All dear students, what we learned today? What we have learned today? We have read and comprehended SCP 2 of the lesson Biju Patnaik and his Dakotas. And we have also learned some new vocabulary and some grammar activities. Thank you. Bye-bye.